Hello everyone, I'm Emily Salencio Carino, second year Bitolid APA of College of Education. So for today's video, I will discuss about the development of both late childhood, the intermediate scholars, and adolescent, the high school learner scholar. Hello everyone, this is the beginning of our topic, the child and adolescent learner and learning principle. The development of both late childhood and intermediate schooler and adolescence, the high school learner. Physical development of intermediate schoolers. Late childhood is generally defined as 9 to 12 years old. Others may call this as pretense. Physically changes during this stage to develop their motor skills. The steady and gradual changes happening in the children at this stage, especially with their increasing familiarity with schoolwork and other possible activities, provide them with a greater opportunity to develop their motor skill functioning. Physical changes for the girls, growth spurt, rounding of body features, development of breast, growth of hair, appearance of pimples, menstruations. And for the boys, growth spurt, broadening of shoulder, development of muscle, growth of hair, appearance of pimples, enlargement of sex organs, depending of boys. Whole body gets curvier, skin gets oilier, breasts start to develop, pubic hairs, hair under the arms, hip bones wider, weight gain of hips, leg muscle gets bigger and stronger for the girls. And for the boys, skin gets oilier, shoulder gets wider, hair under the arms, pubic hairs, neck, chest, leg muscle gets bigger and stronger, facial hair, penis get longer and wider, and testes get larger. Weight, height, muscle development. Weight, height, and muscle development during late childhood. A child with an average maybe 2.3 to 3.2 kilograms per year. With increase was namely due to the increase in size of skeletal and muscular system, as well as several organs, an average of 2.5 inches in height, an average of an inches in head circumference each year. Many of the bodily structure like the liver, muscle, skeleton, kidney, and face follow a normal curve of development for both girls and boys. Other structure like brain, intestine, and other organs and bodily system mature at their own time. Those affecting growth patterns, increased body fats, also occurs preparation for the growth that occurs during adolescence. The body fat increase occurs earlier in girls and is greater in quantity. Girls appear to be chubby, while boys tend to have more lean body mass per inch of height in girls. These are normal part of development. These differences in the body composition become more significant during adolescence. Motor skills. Motor skills during the stage movement of the muscle and bones become more coordinated at the age of 10 or 11 years. Most of children will have learned to play sport like swimming, basketball, volleyball, and running. The children's skill become a source of pleasure, the great achievement of the children. In activities that use large muscle activities, boys tend to be more nimble than girls. Insecurities. How not to discipline an insecurities child. Confident people give compliments. Willing to learn from other people, take responsibilities for thoughts, feelings, and action results. Operates on principle, admit mistake, not afraid to show flaws. Positive thinker, risk taker, never talks negatively about others. Abundance mindset, giver, like spending time with people, acceptance other differences, can't laugh at themselves, make decisions quickly, keep learning and growing. Versus insecure people, close minded, seek validation, know it all, make excuses for everything, do what feels good, blame others, comes of fate because they hide flaws, negative thinker stay in comfort zone, gossip, scarcity mindset taker, dislike people, judgmental, worry what others will think, can make decision, stay stuck in old ways and bad habits. Insecurities. At this age, children may become very concerned about their physical appearance. Girls may become concerned about their weight and decide to eat. Less boys become aware of their stature and the muscle size and strength. Since this stage can be bring out insecurities, parent and teacher must be very conscious about their dealing with these children. Appropriate activities must be designed to that children will be guided into the right direction. Children must be given opportunities to engage themselves in worthwhile activities that promote healthy growth, give them a feeling accomplishment, reduce the risk of disease. Implication to childcare, education, and parenting. Provide ample opportunities at home and school for physical exercise and sport. Encourage children to participate in varied while activities until they are able to discover the ones they are interested in. Develop a strong emotional attachment with your children so as to address any insecurities and social concern. Since children in this stage have more control over their eating habits for cognitive development of the intermediate scholar. Initial cognitive characteristic. Their thinking skills have become more effective as compared during their primary years. Children this stage marked by wide application of word attack reading development. Attention. Older children have longer and more flexible attention span compared to the younger children. Creativity. Children at this stage are open to explore new things. Creativity in children is encouraged when the activities continue. Reduce stress and anxiety in children. Support to share ideas and not only with teacher, parents but also with other children. Minimize competitions and external rewards. The impact of media. The impact of media. Use of media communication effectively in speech and writing. Work collaboratively, use technology tools, analyze problems, set goals, and formulate strategies for achieving those goals, and seek out information or skill on their own as needed to meet their goals. Media and aggression. Violence and aggression are often dubbed as one of result of media. Implication to childcare education and parenting. Being an eager participant in the children's growth and development, understanding how to use the children's natural curiosity to help make the appropriate development live in their skills and abilities, and creating an atmosphere where rest can be taken and discovered made while children remain safe. Socio-emotional development of intermediate scholars. Understanding the self. One self-concept is knowledge about the self such as beliefs regarding personality, traits, physical characteristic, ability, values, goals, and roles. It also involves a sense of belonging and acceptance, a sense of a good and sense of being capable of doing good. Emotional development. Increase ability to understand complex emotion. Increase understanding that more than one emotion can be experienced in situation. Self-initiative strategy for directing feelings. More fully take into account event leading to emotion reaction. Improve ability to suppress or conceal negative emotional reaction. Factors that influence social-emotional development. Many factors may affect the way children express their social skill or emotional competencies or rate at which children acquire social skills or emotional competencies like environmental risk, family risk, within child risk. Building friendship as children as go through their late childhood. The time they spend in paired interaction increase for them per relationship are very important. To approval of belongings they receive contribute to the stability and security of their emotional development. Per size also increase unlike supervision and adults is required at the age children prefer to belonging to same-sex pair groups. There are five types of pair status: popular, frequently nominated as the best friend, and who really disliked by peers. Average, receive an average number of positive and negative nomination from peers. Neglected, very seldom nominated as best friend, but is not really disliked. Rejected, frequently nominated as best friend, but one who is also disliked by peers. Controversial, frequently nominated as best friend, but at the same time is disliked by peers. Family. We are family. Family support this stage is crucial. If children do not find a supportive family when they find their interest, like riding bike or playing a musical instrument, they can easily get frustrated. If families are primary support system, failures and setbacks become temporary and surmountable rather than something that is attributed to personal flaws or deficits. This time is a critical time for children to develop a sense of competence, a quality adult relationship, especially family relationship, enable them to successful to go through this stage of development. Big ideas. During late childhood, a wide variety of biological, psychological, and social changes take place across the development domains. As children progress through late childhood, the family environment remains extremely important, while the community environment, including the school, also become a significant factor in shaping the child development during the childhood. First, have increasingly strong impact on development where acceptance becomes very important to well-being. Adolescent teenagers. Adolescent to high school learners. Adolescent is time for growth spurt and puberty changes, and adolescent may grow several inches in several months, followed by a period of very slow growth. Then have another growth spurt changes with puberty. Sexual maturation may happen gradually of several signs will become visible at the same times. Who define adolescent as individual and 10 to 19 years age group, and youth as the 15 to 24 age group, while young people covers the age range 10 to 24 years. Where to expect changes: brain, thoughts, mood, feeling, face, hair, birds, mustache, neck, Adam's apple, chest, enlarged, grow hairs, underarms, grow hairs, sweat, penis, testes, enlarged, grow hairs, legs, hair. Through life growth hormones condition gradually increase in the body size and hormone flooding. During the adolescence causes an acceleration as a growth spurt. Growth spurt includes the change in the body dimensions. Leg length, shoulder width, trunk length, spot in height as ascribed to trunk growth or rather leg growth. In girls, the growth spurt generally begins at age 10, reaching its peak at age 11 and a half, while slow continual growth occurs for several more years. For boys, growth spurt begin at age 12, reaching a peak at age 14 and decline at 15 and a half, while slow continual growth continues of several more years. Factor affecting development. The series of hormonal changes accompanying puberty is complex. Hormones are powerful and highly specialized chemical substances that interact with body cells. Hormonal changes in hypothalamus and pituitary glands and signal entire process sexual maturation. The process of segregation gonadotropic hormones and entire pituitary at the base of the brain near the geometric center of the gonads, which are the ovaries for female and testes for male, are stimulated by gonadotropic hormone, in turn stimulating their own hormones. Stimulation causes the secretion of testosterone in the male sex organ, estrogen in the female ovary. In the male, testosterone stimulate male characteristic comprise sperm mark and enlargement of testis gland and produces the effect of estrogen. Puberty begins menarche, a girl's first menstrual period, signaling that she has begun ovulation. Pregnancy is biological possible. Spermarchy, a boy's first ejaculation of sperm. Erection can occur as early as infancy, but ejaculation signals sperm production may occur during sleep or via direct stimulation. Hypothalamus. The sexual trends. Adolescence, secondary sexual characters in the boys and girls. The secular trend is phenomenon of more rapid physical maturation during the century. Sexual identity. The sexual identity adolescent is time of a sexual exploration, experimentation with sexual fantasies, and realities of incorporation sexual with an identity. Adolescents concerned about their body image, sexual attractiveness, how to do sex, and the future, their sexual life. Most adolescents manage to develop a mature sexual identity, but a number go through with the much confusion. How do adolescents develop a sexual identity? An adolescent sexual identity involves sexual orientation activities, interests, and style of behavior. Some adolescents are very anxious about sex and sexual active. Others are only bit anxious about sex and sexually inactive. Sexual orientation is a person's tendency to be attracted to people of the same sex. Homosexual orientation of opposite sex or both sexes. Why does adolescent develop specific sexual orientations is a matter of great debate. Sexual orientation and gender identity. Why does adolescent develop specific sexual orientation is matter of great debate. It may boil down to the same issue of nature versus nurture. In terms of sexual identity, adolescence period with the most gay, lesbian, transgender begin to recognize and make sense of their feelings. Development analyst Freud then proposed a model for the development of homosexual identity. Self-esteem. Self-esteem is an individual subjective evaluation of their own worth. Self-esteem encompasses beliefs about oneself. For example, I'm in love, I'm worthy, as well emotional state, such as triumph, despair, pride, and shame. Defined by saying the self-concept is what we think about the self-esteem. It is a positive or negative esteem evaluation of the self as in how we feel about. Self-esteem is attractive psychological construct because it predicts certain outcomes such as academic achievements, happiness, satisfaction, marriage, relationship, and criminal behavior. Self-esteem can apply to specific attribute. For example, I believe I'm a good writer and I feel happy about that. Or globally, for example, I believe I'm a bad person and I feel bad about myself in general. Psychologists usually regard self-esteem as enduring personality characteristic. Trait self-esteem do normal short-term variation state self-esteem also exists. Synonyms or synonyms or self-esteem include many things: self-worth, self-regard, self-respect, and self-integrity. Believe in yourself. Build your self-esteem. Implication for childcare education. To meet the physical development of adolescent children, parents need to be aware of manifestations of behavioral pattern that require closer communication, guidance, and support. The teen is especially addictive to modern gadgets for music, listening, video games, mobile phone communication, and social media posting. These activities cause short sleeping time that we contribute to increased levels of daytime drowsiness, sleeping problem, and depression. In school, teacher need to be aware if the possible drop in self-esteem among adolescent learner. Nutrition important during adolescent age. So eat your vitamins. Adolescent nutrition, eat more fruits. This is the food pyramid. Body image in adolescent. Cleanliness and grooming, proper wearing clothes according to current style. Erect body posture, eye contact while communicating, and decorating good form and confidence and decencies like this and like this. This is a body shaming or how to handle body shaming in teenagers. Adolescent body image disordered eating self-esteem. Hair extension. This is the pictures of the girls. Hair extension, cake or makeup, striped outfit, fake eyelashes, fake teeth, is written. So cognitive development. It is emerged of the ability to think, reason, and understand. And it said adolescence marked the beginning development of more complex thinking process called formological operation. Jean Piaget theory has become one of the most influential theories of cognitive development. Adolescent egocentrism, imaginary audience. Center stage, others are playing as much attention to me as I'm to myself, able to take into account thoughts of others, feels to distinguish personal concern with reaction of those around them. Example, everyone will notice to costume party. Metacognition. Metacognition refers higher order thinking that involves active control over the thinking process involved in learning. Activities such applying how to approach a given learning task, monitoring, comprehension, evaluating progress toward the completion of tasks are metacognitive in nature. It plays critical role in successful learning and it is important for both students and teachers. Metacognition is often referred to as thinking about thinking and can be used to help students learn how to learn. Characteristics of overachievers: positive value, openness to authority, positive interpersonal relation, less conflict and issue of self-autonomy, academic-oriented, goal-oriented, control over anxiety. Development occupational skill. Generally, the high school curriculum tends to focus on academic cognitive learning. Neglecting attention to occupational skill. The Philippines, there is evidence that high school graduates lack skill of directly enter a labor sector. Generally, college education is viewed as a path to occupation and career in life. Explaining occupational therapy. Occupational therapy is skilled treatment that helps individual achieve independence in all facets of their lives. Occupational therapy assess people and developing the skill for the job living necessary for independent and satisfying lives. As positive direction, we focus on the skill in which the clients need to improve to move from transitional housing to independent living. Socio-emotional development of high school learner. Socio-emotional learning, the process through which children and adults acquire, effectively apply the knowledge, attitude, and skill necessary to understand and manage emotions, set, achieve positive goals, feel and show empathy for others, establish and maintain positive relationship, and make responsibility decision. Human development high school learners. So this is the acre fear, joys, or sadness, surprise. So basic emotion, abomination, grief, anger, contempt, fear, happy, surprise, shame, or fault. So happy, fear, sorrow, love, silly, and great. This is a feeling emotion. Positive and negative emotion. So we are a two emotion, a positive and negative. So this is the positive: pride, empathy, hope, faith, joy, love, and happiness. So this is the negative emotion: hate, fear, regret, shame, guilt, sadness, and anger. Positive emotion: appreciated, confident, grateful, happy, respected, and valued. So a negative emotion: annoyed, disappointed, and frustrated. Negative and positive. Social emotion. Social emotional learning, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skill, responsible, decision-making, future self. Social emotional learning. Make responsible decision, social emotional learning, feel and show empathy for others, set and achieve positive goals, understand and manage emotion. The adolescent and social media. Social media is a big part of many teens' lives. Research Center survey of nearly 13 to 17 years old found and 45% are online almost constantly, and 97 use a social media platform such as YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram or Snapchat. Social media. Communication. Social media only online. So that's all. Thank you for watching.